According to worklife.com, about 37% of our work life is spent in meetings or coordinating them. Fellow.app says that employees at most companies spend up to 33% of their work week in meetings, while organizations as a whole spend about 15%. So if that's the case, how do we make sure our meeting time is productive? Let's talk about it. Welcome to this week's episode of What's Jonathan Thinking? Hey everyone, and welcome back to What's Jonathan Thinking? I read a statistic the other day that 59% of meeting attendees feel that meetings are not organized effectively. This is actually something I've been trying to focus on as of late, and I thought it would be a good topic for us to review today. One of our greatest responsibilities as project managers is to guide our projects to success through the efficient use of time to help get things done. And although it would be wonderful if we could get things done asynchronously without needing to meet at all, scheduling time to collaborate, share ideas, and align on a solution strategy is the most efficient way we have found so far to ensure project success. But unless we find a way to make meetings more organized and effective, we will continue to suffer through this statistic that a majority of our meetings fail to produce the results we need and leave meeting participants feeling like time was wasted. So what is a leader to do? How do we eliminate this high rate trend of wasted meeting time so that our projects are successful? Ultimately because of how we use time, not in spite of how we use time. I asked Microsoft Copilot to help me bring together the world's advice on how to make meetings more effective, and it offered this. This show is called What's Jonathan Thinking, not What's Copilot Thinking, so I sprinkled a little bit of my feedback along the way to remain true to the name of the show. So here we go. Strategies for effective meeting management. Number 1, define clear objectives. Every meeting should have a purpose and equal expectations for what benefits should come from pulling people away from working time. Before the meeting, clearly define what needs to be accomplished. Personally, I like to ping key participants in each meeting before the meeting to make sure we're aligned on what we want to accomplish and maybe even strategize a bit about what their role could be in ensuring that the meeting is successful. This helps in keeping the discussion focused and ensures that all participants are aligned with what we're trying to achieve. Number 2, prepare an agenda. A well-structured agenda is a roadmap for a productive meeting. It outlines the topics to be discussed and allocates time for each item, preventing the conversation from veering off course. A key red flag for any meeting is if the description in the meeting request is blank. Let's add this to the list of things not to do in your daily habits. If you can't articulate why you need to meet, then perhaps your meeting could be an email or a Teams chat. Number 3, engage all participants. Encourage input from everyone present. This not only fosters a collaborative environment, but also ensures that diverse perspectives are considered, keeping the discussion balanced and on topic. I actually don't know why Copilot included this. This feels like a little bit of duh. Of course, people should be engaged in a meeting. That's the point of a meeting, but okay. So I think what Copilot is offering is that as leaders, we should make sure that everyone feels that they have agency to share their thoughts and a forum to do so. If that's what it meant, I totally agree. Number 4, assign a moderator. Having a moderator can help steer the conversation back to the agenda if it starts to drift. They play a crucial role in managing time and ensuring that each agenda item is given due attention. I actually agree with this. There has to be a meeting leader, someone who's responsible for ensuring that the meeting achieves the objectives. Without someone accounting for time, meetings can go long, sometimes due to irrelevant conversations and tangents. Number 5, utilize technology. Tools like video conferencing and collaborative platforms can enhance meeting efficiency, especially when participants are in different locations. They can also help in organizing and documenting the discussions for future reference. I feel like Copilot missed a big part of why we should use technology in our meetings. If I know that a meeting is being recorded, then I know that I can go back later and review parts of the discussion that I might have missed due to a bio break or interruption. If I know that Copilot is being used to transcribe the notes for the meetings, then I know that I don't have to be worried about taking notes. If I know that all the meeting documents are going to be posted to a shareable drive, OneDrive, SharePoint, Google Drive, or whatever your organization uses, then I know that I don't have to worry about missing any vital information. All this means that I, as a meeting participant, can spend my meeting time being actively engaged in the discussion, not trying to multitask active collaboration with active note-taking as well. There's a question I heard some time ago: are you at the meeting or are you in the meeting? It's an ideal state to be in the meeting where your mind is focused on nothing but the presentation and the conversation that follows. If we have to multitask, we risk falling into that former category of being in the room, but not in the meeting. Number 6, follow-up. Post-meeting follow-ups are essential to ensure that the decisions made are acted upon. This includes distributing minutes, assigning tasks, and setting deadlines for action items. This is where frameworks like Copilot are really adding some value in terms of capturing action items from meeting transcripts and enabling project managers or meeting scribes to quickly publish meeting minutes and summarize key action items. All in all, Copilot was pretty helpful here. There's one item I would add as part of a meeting strategy, and that is navigating some of our more challenging meeting participants. These are the people that tend to be viewed as naysayers. I choose to view them as project participants who help us use that PMBOK category of human resource management. Sometimes people are just difficult to work with, but more often than not, they are raising concerns, and embracing those concerns rather than fighting them might actually surface a critical project area that should be addressed. Again, for this, I asked Copilot to help me gather some key strategies for managing our more vocal or challenging meeting participants, and it offered this. While most meetings proceed smoothly, occasionally you may encounter difficult participants who challenge the meeting's flow. These individuals may dominate the conversation, veer off topic, or exhibit negativity that can derail the meeting's objectives. Here are some strategies to handle such situations. Number 1, set ground rules. At the beginning of the meeting, establish ground rules that promote respect and constructive dialogue. This sets the expectation for behavior and provides a reference point if someone begins to stray. Number 2, acknowledge their points. Often, difficult participants just want to be heard. Acknowledge their points and concerns and try to understand their perspective. This can help in redirecting their energy back towards the meeting's objective. Number 3, redirect the conversation. If a participant consistently steers the conversation away from the agenda, gently redirect them back to the topic at hand. You can say something like, "That's an interesting point, but let's focus on the current agenda item." Number 4, use tactical pauses. Sometimes a well-timed pause can give a dominating speaker the cue to step back and allow others to contribute. It can also give the moderator a moment to steer the conversation in the right direction. Number 5, private discussions. If the behavior persists, consider having a private discussion with the participant. Address the issue directly but respectfully, and work together to find a way to contribute positively to the meetings. A corollary to this requires more meetings, but entails pre-meeting with our most challenging team members. Let them see what you're going to demo. Let them have an advanced viewing of an architectural document. Review with them what you're trying to accomplish by scheduling this meeting, and request their help in making sure it meets the objectives. I've had enormous success with this strategy of late. Number 6, leverage the agenda. Use the agenda as a tool to manage the meeting. If someone goes off topic, remind them of the agenda items and the importance of addressing them within the allocated time. Absolutely. Copilot nailed this one. Yes, our agenda is your guide and your license to stop a meeting from veering off topic. I've found that people in general will respect when you acknowledge a thought as perfectly valid, but suggest that we tackle that topic in a follow-on meeting. Now you've just committed yourself to one more meeting, but at least you've done your part in ensuring that the current meeting stays on course. Okay, so I've shared with you some of my thoughts coupled with what Microsoft Copilot pulled from the internet. Now it's your turn. What's missing? What strategies do you use to keep your meetings on track? Let's all learn from each other. These are all my thoughts for this episode. Subscribe to hear more from what I'm thinking from week to week, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Make it a great week, and I will see you next time on What's Jonathan Thinking?